Hi betting experts, on Boxing Day the 26th of December, cracking racing, 5 races on ITV, the Roland Merrick, a really good handicap from Wetherby, and 4 top class races from Kempton Park. The ground drying out all the time, pretty much perfect conditions, maybe a little bit of cut in the ground at both tracks, but there should be no excuses. We start off with our value angle selection in the 305 at Kempton. This is the Ladbrokes King George Chase, a grade 1 over 3 miles, a really cracking race here, and I strongly prefer the claims of Paul Nicholls' tough and genuine Frodon, who I think is going to take an awful lot of passing here under the brilliant Bryony Frost. Now this one was sent over to Ireland last time out and put in an absolutely devastating display of front running, jumping from fence to fence, finding more and more for pressure as the race wore on. It was a brilliant display. I think that's the best line of form on offer here. I think Kempton will suit now. He's a much more battle-hardened performer. He's got loads of experience. He's really tough and tenacious. He seems sure to give his running with ground conditions to suit, and Bryony eking out those half lengths at every fence that she does so well. For our nap of the day, we go to the 155, the Cato Star, novice chase over 3 miles. This looks a fantastic opportunity for Brave Man's Game to start off what will hopefully be a really good day for Paul Nicholls. And he was a useful hurdler, but he always looked a chaser. He's going to want 3 miles. He gets that here. He has not come off the bridle at Newton Abbot and at Haydock. I really liked his effort at Haydock last time. He was gaining ground at nearly all the fences, jumping amazingly accurately for a novice, and I think that'll stand him in good stead round here. The main danger are Hoyseneur and Northern Raider. Well, traditionally they are sunk without trace when they come down south, but it was a different story at Newbury last time out for a Hoyseneur. He looked the real deal, but that race did rather fall apart around him, and I don't think it'll be any match at all for Brave Man's Game, who's expected to land a short price with a minimum of fuss. The remaining races on ITV, we'll do Kempton first. The 120, a really cracking handicap chase here over 2 mile forward. Bothwell Bridge did us a real turn when making a winning chasing debut at Sandown 23 days ago. Parked out wide, not unusually for Nico de Boinville. That my regular listeners will know. I'm not his biggest admirer, but he jumped really well and found for pressure to assert up the hill. He will improve dramatically for that initial effort, and I think he'll go well here. Hopefully he'll be ridden positively. I'd quite like to see him front running up the inside for once on decent ground. He's a relentless galloper. He should go really well here. The 230 at Kempton, the Christmas hurdler grade 1, a substandard renewal, a golden opportunity for Epatante, who had back issues in the closed season, had an operation or two to try and rectify that after losing her way last season. She returned at Newcastle. If you watch that run back, you won't see racing in worse conditions before an abandonment. If you watch Racing Forever, they're not sure they should have been racing. There was a literal snow blizzard. She cruised round and then rather shirked the issue when ridden for about 100 yards by Coleman. I suspect this is her game on decent ground round Kempton. She'll cruise all over these and quick and clear, hopefully building on the promise of that return. And over at Wetherby, a very competitive grade 3 handicap over 3 miles. Well, Empire Steel comes from a really good yard in Sandy Thompson, and he ran a cracker after 7 months off when second behind the prolific Strictly a Dancer at Haydock in November. He's been given plenty of time to recover from that, hopefully won't bounce. He'll relish these conditions. He's only had a handful of runs over fences. There should be plenty more improvement to come. Best of luck with all 5 Boxing Day races, betting experts.